perfect RIA, in case you didn't know. Bringing you all the strategies to help your business grow. Are you happy? Are you satisfied? Are you hanging on the edge of your seat? Sit back and listen in while you feel the beat, yeah. Another myth bites the dust.
Hello, TPR Nation. Welcome to today's Follow-Up Friday episode. This is Amber Kuhn from The Perfect RIA. On Monday's episode, Matt was joined by the incredible Michael Kitces. One of the first things he shared earlier this week, and to address any and all concerns, is that he does actually sleep. He has the same 24 hours as any other advisor, but he's very intentional with his work and his time. Michael recommended Greg McKeown's book, Essentialism. He shared a takeaway from the book, which is the difference between successful people and very successful people is that very successful people say no to almost everything. That's where that intention comes into play with everything that Michael does. So even though it seems like Michael is everywhere and he does say yes to a lot of things, there are also so many things that he says no to in order to make sure that he is being incredibly intentional and present for the things that he does want to do. Michael shared his experience with growing a business. He said as your business grows, you get more well known for what you do. People start reaching out more, wanting to do things together or partner with you. With that growth comes challenges. The more you grow and have more success, the more opportunities that come up. But you have to be careful because then you can start to lose focus on the things that made you successful in the first place. Matt said this is important even for a solo advisor, or if you have a small team. You still have to say no to a lot of things. And you need to figure out how to say yes to things with intentionality. Michael shared that he was very intentional about keeping his platform small when he first started for those first 10 years. He said it wasn't until later that he finally decided to allow it to get bigger. So he had to be very careful about what he said yes to, but he did admit he struggled with that for a couple of years. He took on too many things, and that resulted in working crazy hours, and he had to work hard to get back to where he is now with his time. He shared that his no filter wasn't actually working as a good filter at that time. Michael's tip was that no matter what type of business you want, you need some type of filter, and you need to be clear on what that is, or else you can overload yourself. As you grow, your filters also need to change so that you can be intentional. Michael and Matt discussed this filtering system in regard to your clients and value adds. Michael said for him, this is a 2-layer process. He recommends creating a filter of what can you do that can impact the most clients or what most clients will like. And in that spirit of intentionality, what things will do the most good for the most clients. The second part of the filtering system is who are you doing it for? Getting clear on who your ideal client is. He said the issue is when you're trying to figure out what value adds to provide to your clients, if you have 100 different types of clients, that creates a struggle. But when you get clear on your ideal client and you get more people like them, then you can easily figure out what would be the best for your clients because they're going to then have some similarities. Michael and Matt discussed segmenting, but in a different way. For Michael, he recommended looking to see if you can reduce the variability of your clients, which he said this isn't an overnight type of change. But once you do that, that would then make it easier to provide a deliverable to them that they'll love. Matt mentioned you can look at this based on what type of value add you can provide your clients. And he stated that what's not scalable is trying to find something that works for each individual client. Michael also said to see if you can offer a deliverable or value add that isn't necessarily dependent on a meeting because there's a time constraint around that, and that isn't very scalable. Instead, can you systematize the deliverables that you're going to offer? He said this is when you can unlock the next level of productivity and efficiency. Matt said to look at what you're sharing and try to find a repeatable way of doing this. All right, let's get into today's action items. Action item number 1. This episode will air on July 15th, which is the same day as the Kitces office hours with Matthew Jarvis. So if you missed it, be sure to become a Kitces member to take advantage of future office hours. Action item number 2. Michael recommended taking time to think about what the segments of your practice are. So, who has similar interests and commonalities? For example, it could be based on their profession. It could be those who are all retirees or those who are all business owners. Peg some numbers and then just spend some time looking at that. From there, you might see some things that could help move your business forward. Action item number 3. Matt recommended going to the Wayback Machine on Google and to visit the Kitces site to see where Michael started with this site and how far he's come. It's always important to see the growth from where someone started to where they are now. And for our last action item, be sure to give us 5 stars wherever you're listening. Thank you so much for joining me today. And until next time, happy planning.
Hold on before we go. Something that you need to know. This isn't tax, legal, or investment advice. That isn't our intent. Information designed to change lives. Financial planning can make you thrive. Start today, don't think twice. Be a better husband, father, mother, and wife.